I, Paramahamsa Yogananda, am praying with you. Pray with me with the deepest devotion of your soul. Prayer at dawn. With the opening of the earliest dawn and the lotus buds, my soul softly opens in prayer to receive thy light. Bathe each petal of my mind with thy radiant rays. I saturate myself with the perfume of thy presence, and I wait to waft with the breeze the aroma of thy message of love to all. Bless me that with a spreading dawn I may spread thy love everywhere. Bless me that with the awakening dawn I may awaken all souls with my own and bring them to thee.
From the depths of slumber, when you ascend the spiral stairways of wakefulness, be sure to whisper, God, Christ, Gurus. God is the food, and when you break your fast of nightly separation from Him, taste Him and mentally say, God, Christ, Gurus. No matter where you go, let the spotlight of your mind ever keep turning on God, and in the battle din of activity, let your silent war cry be, God, Christ, Gurus. When boisterous storms of trial shriek, and when worries howl at you, drown their noises by loudly chanting, God, Christ, Gurus. When your mind weaves dreams with threads of memories, then on that magic cloth always emboss God, Christ, Gurus. Every night, in time of deepest sleep, when your peace dreams and calls, joy, 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 and your joy comes singing evermore, always inwardly chant, God, Christ, Gurus. In waking, eating, working, dreaming, sleeping, serving, meditating, chanting, divinely loving, let your soul constantly hum, unheard by any, God, Christ, Gurus.
Prayer at eventide. The day is done. Refreshed and sanctified with the sunshine of the day, I pass through the portals of evening, dimly adorned with faint stars, to enter into the temple of silence and worship thee. I worship thy spirit of approaching calmness. What prayer shall I offer? For I have no words to offer thee. I shall light a little fire of devotion on the altar of my soul. Will that light suffice to bring thee into my dark temple, my dimly lighted temple, dark with my ignorance? Come, I crave, I yearn for thee, my beloved, my infinite beloved. Come into the temple of eventide and receive the unctuous fervor of my soul. In the temple of darkness, thou and I, my beloved, ever in the eternal oneness of spirit, all the fragrance of my devotion All the deepest love of my heart I lay at thy feet of eternity. Receive, my beloved, receive. In thy omnipresence I spread my devotion everywhere. Receive, my devotion, receive. Receive the call of my heart. Receive the call of all our hearts. The harmony of our hearts, the symphony of our devotion spreads everywhere from the incense vase of our souls. Our beloved, mighty Spirit, receive the devotion of our souls. We pluck the blossoms of devotion from the garden of our souls and make a bouquet for thee. Receive what is ours and what came from thee. Infinite beloved, infinite Spirit, thou hast created us against our will. Free us. This is our prayer from our hearts. Beloved, listen to our prayer. Listen to the unctuous fervor of our souls. Receive our humble offering in the temple of eventide. Mighty beloved, Om Spirit, receive the unctuous fervor of our souls. Amen.
The hound of heaven. I fled him down the nights and down the days. I fled him down the arches of the years. I fled him down the labyrinthine ways of my mind, and in the mist of tears I hid from him, and under running laughter. Up twisted hopes I sped, and shot precipitated adown titanic glooms and chasm fierce, from those strong feet that followed and followed after, but with unhurrying chase, an unperturbed pace, deliberate speed, majestic instancy, they beat, and a voice beat, more instant than defeat. All things betray thee, who betrayest me. I pleaded outlaw-wise, by many a hearted casement curtain red, trellised with intertwining charities. For though I knew his love who followed, yet was I sore adread, lest having him I must have not beside. For if one little casement parted wide, the gust of his approach would clash it to. Fear wist not to evade, as love is to pursue. Across the margin to the world I fled, and troubled the gold gateways of the stars, smiting for shelter on their clanged bars, fretted to dulcet jars and silvern chatter the pale ports of the moon. I said to dawn, be sudden, to eve be soon, with your young sky blossoms heap me over from this tremendous lover. Float thy veil about me, lest he see. I tempted all his servitors, but to find my own betrayal in their constancy, in faith to him, their fickleness to me, their traitorous trueness and their loyal deceit. To all swift things for swiftness did I sue, clung to the whistling mane of every wind, but whether they swept smoothly fleet the long savannas of the blue, or whither thunder-driven they clanged his chariot thwart a heaven plashy with flying lightnings round the spurn of their feet, fear wist not to evade, as love wist to pursue. Still with unhurrying chase and unperturbed pace, deliberate speed, majestic instancy, came on the following feet, and a voice above their beat, not shelters thee, who wilt not shelter me. Now of that long pursuit comes on hand the bruit, the voice is around me like a bursting sea. And is thy earth so marred, shattered, shod on shod? Lo, all things fly thee, for thou fliest me. Strange, piteous, futile thing, wherefore should any set thee love apart, seeing none but I makes much of naught? And human love needs human meriting. How hast thou merited of all man's clotted clay the dingiest clot? Alack, thou knowest not how little worthy of my love thou art. Whom wilt thou find to love ignoble thee? Save me, save only me. All which I took from thee I did but take, not for thy harms, but just that thou mightest seek it in my arms. All which thy child's mistake fancies us lost, I have stored for thee at home. Rise, clasp my hand and come. Halts by me that footfall, is my gloom after all, shade of his hand outstretched caressingly. Ah, fondest, blindest, weakest, I am he whom thou seekest. Thou dravest love from thee, who dravest me.
I am praying the prayer at night. Pray with me with the deepest devotion of your souls. With closed eyes, I sit in the temple of night and worship thee. The sunlight, revealing a million alluring things, has vanished. One by one, I have closed the doors of my senses, lest the fragrance of the rose or the song of the nightingale distract my love from thee. I am alone in this dark, dark temple. I have left everything, but where art thou? Darkness is haunting, but unafraid I am groping, seeking, crying for thee. Will thou leave me alone? Come, show thyself. The door of my memory swings open. Throbbingly thrilled, my heart looks for thee, but I find thee not. Halt, ye throng of a million thoughts and experiences past. Come not in my sacred temple. I close the bursting, thought-pressed door and run everywhere to find thee. Where art thou? Darkness deepens, and as I sit still in anguish of despair, I behold a little taper of concentration burning within me. I stand up and madly rush to the dimly lighted temple. The farther I go, the deeper grows the gloom. I clasp the empty darkness in hope of seizing thee. Finding thee not, I return again and see the taper dimly burning. I sing outwardly a loud prayer. My large teardrops and my strong gusts of prayers almost extinguish the taper. I will pray no more with words, nor rush or run about in the temple of Stygian darkness, nor drown the taper with my tears. I will sit still and command my breath to make no sound. I rebuke my boisterous love for thee. The taper of meditation burns brighter now. Oh, how maddening! I cannot worship thee with words, but only with wistful yearning. Brighter the light grows. I behold thee now. Thou art I worship thee. As night hides everything, I will worship thee in hidden silence. I am glad with the joy of all minds. I will use the screen of the night to hide myself from the tempting things of the day. O night, when I am worried, throw thy veil of silent darkness around me. Create a dark temple for me wherever I go, that I may invoke and call him whom I love, my beloved, at any time, anywhere, everywhere.